Hello viewers, good evening, good afternoon, sorry. My name is VIDELIZ NJOKI and this is my sign name. And let's know what is happening in different places of the world. Because for Science TV, we advocate for disability inclusion. Now, let's focus on our news. Trans Nzoia Governor George Natembeya is today hosting President William Ruto in his county. The head of state has been on a national world development tour in Endebess constituency to launch a water project and later preside over the launch of an ICT hub in Kitale town. On to the next news item. Bungoma County Governor Kenneth Lusaka has issued a statement strongly refuting the claims circulating online and in some media outlets that his administration had banned pregnant girls from attending schools in Bungoma County. Governor Lusaka issued a public statement firmly denying the claims. He emphasized his commitment to promoting girls' education and ensuring equal access to education for all, regardless of their circumstances.
I did not say that those girls, early girls who have got pregnant, should be banned from going to school. I gave an example. I said during our time, if you got pregnant, in fact, it was a taboo to get pregnant. And if you got pregnant, you even feared to go back to school. You'll just discontinue yourself and disappear. And I said that we need now to go back to those, we need to go back into history and see, for example, if you get pregnant, how will society look at you? How are you going to behave? And those girls who get pregnant, for example, once, twice, and they go back to school. So I just wanted to correct that I did not say that. In any case, the law protects those girls. It protects both the guys, the boys, and the girls. So there's nobody who can ban them from going. The members of parliament, I want to ask you, because I was told, one of the recommendations that we have made here about testing girls in school, I'm told it was outlawed. I'm told it was outlawed. It's illegal. So maybe if it was helping, maybe you'll now need to look at, you go back to both Senate and National Assembly and see how, if it assisted us, whether that law can be brought back, because it will be easier to identify girls when they come to school, those who are expectant and those who are not expectant. So because the law is not cast on stone, it can be reviewed as and when.
We've all had Bungoma County Governor has refused all the claims that are alleged to him. Now, on the next news item, Pokot South MP David Kosing was Tuesday grilled for 6 hours by Directorate of Criminal Investigation, that is DCI, detectives over incitement allegations. Mr. Kosing was accompanied by his supporters, his lawyer Jackson Kimani, and a section of members of the West Pokot County Assembly, arriving at Kapenguria Police Station at 10:57 a.m. where the questioning happened. Before the arrest, the MP had posted on his Facebook page alleging that Kenya Defence Forces, that is KDF soldiers, have taken away 100 cows belonging to members of his community and killed them. He further claimed that the soldiers had, in a previous instance, bombed and killed civilians.
Aliweza kuidirect kwa Mheshimiwa Aden Duale. Haikuwa ati ni kama uchochezi kama vile ambavyo wengine walikuwa wanafikiria. Ameweza kuexplain vizuri mambo ya hii post message. Ni kwamba ni message ina maana kama tatu peke yake. Ya kwanza aliposti hii message kama representative wa people. Hakuna vile ambavyo watu wake wangekuwa wanaumia alafu mheshimiwa nyamaza.
We are peaceful. Me, I'm peaceful. I have asked for peace. I have asked our people to maintain peace between the Pokot and the Turkanas. We have been having a relative peace. But we cannot have peace when the government itself or the security agencies which are supposed to protect our people are bringing insecurity. What is this now? I have submitted 6 cartridges to the CCIO for ballistic analysis. Nimeuliza CCIO ama crime unit waende wafanye ballistic analysis. Tunataka tujue hiyo bunduki ilikuwa na askari gani ya KDF.
So we have a problem when it comes to the defending the civilians, but let's focus more on it and encourage the government to do that. On to another news item. A legislator from Siaya is accusing the area county government of not doing enough to support bright, needy students access education. Game Member of Parliament Elisha Ochieng Odhiambo laments that Siaya County government, led by Governor James Orengo, was lagging behind in terms of support system for the students from humble background whose parents and caregivers are poor. Speaking at Mutumbu in North Game location, while meeting 35 students he has fully sponsored to join Form 1 and a group of village elders, Odhiambo said that the national government has always ensured that counties and constituency have money, and all that was required was proper planning and identification of the beneficiaries.
So Siaya is lagging behind in terms of support system. The government has ensured that counties have money, constituencies have money, so the MCAs and MPs can partner to ensure no child is left behind. Yes. But if you have a governor who has good English and zero development, that is going to be problem. I want to encourage them to do what I'm doing. Just loitering around in funerals does not help. Kenya is going places. I want Game to be counted as one of those constituencies going places. Yes. And I'm sure at the end of history, these people from Game will know that I was there for something. I'm not partnering with government for my own selfish needs. I'm partnering government because it's progressive, because we want to go places, we want to be part of Kenya, because we are not Uganda. Yes. Game is part of Kenya. And I know I was challenged in a funeral in Siriwo. You know, the boss of my party said that the Mbunge alienda State House kutafuta maendeleo na huko kuna maendeleo. Mbona watu wanataka kuwa president waende State House kufanya nini kama kuna maendeleo? Si wale wanaenda kutafuta maendeleo. Unataka kuwa president kwa sababu unataka pata maendeleo? Sasa kama unasema huko kuna, mbona unataka kwenda? Sukae na mimi hapa. Mimi na siku ambayo ijazo niliona Ndidi Nyoro ametangaza nataka. Hata mimi 2032 nitatangaza. Kwa mimi najua huko ndio iko maendeleo. Uwezi progress. This country cannot develop bila kuongea huko Ikulu. And you know, Game people, we are going to do 1,000 houses in Yala. Why? Because I went to State House. Do you have 1,000 houses in Ugunja? Do you have 1,000 houses in Ugenya? Do you have 1,000 houses in Bondo? The only place the government is doing 1,000 houses is in Yala and Wagai in. This morning I had the opportunity to give about 35 students who are fully sponsored. Fully sponsored mean each and every student we pay 35,000 shillings. We choose the brightest of Game. This year alone, we decided any student above 360 marks coming from poor family, we are going to give full sponsorship. On top of that, a team of my friends are going to sponsor another 10 students, buying for them uniforms, all the school needs, and pay for them school fees. This we do because we want to touch the poor people. The team that are meeting now here, these are village elders drawn from Gemiala sub-county. They are going back home to ensure that in each village, they bring for me 10 students from poor families who are deserving to go to school and at home. They will ensure that we touch each and every village in the constituency.
On to the next news item. Ugenya Member of Parliament David Ochieng has called on junior secondary schools principals in his constituency to allow pupils transit to the next level as the government tackles the confusion dogging the competence-based curriculum that is CBC implementation. Ochieng said that he expects 100% transition from grade 6 to 7 in his constituency and called on school heads not to place any demands to parents. He was speaking at Sega Township Primary School in Ugenya Sub-County during the launch of the Constituency Scholarship Program.
Najua kuna changamoto katika mambo ya CBC. Mambo ya junior secondary grade 7 and 8. Na huyu mungwana ameongea vizuri sana kuhusu mambo hiyo 7 and 8. Na nahimize walimu wakuu wa primary schools and now the junior secondary schools. These kids are the same ones you had last year. These kids have the same parents they had last year. These kids have the same names they had last year. These kids are the same kids you had last year. The same kids. Wacha wakuje shuleni tu. Let them just come to school. Mambo ya lazima kuwe na longi, lazima kuwe na uniform mpya. Tuachane nayo. Mzazi akipata second term, third term alete. Lakini for sasa wacha wakuje shule wasome.
Watoto wote ambao walikuwa grade 6 waende grade bila nini? Bila masharti. Najua nikiongea hivyo teachers wanaanza kuniangalia na kusema sasa huyu anatuambia nini? Bila masharti. Mtoto aingie wapi? Grade 7. Mtoto alikuwa class 6 alafu kwenda 7 ati unasema alete nini na nini, sijui rim, sijui nini. Hapana. Hapana. Na nataka kupitia kwa chiefs na assistant chiefs, tafadhali tuhakikishe watoto wote ambao walikuwa grade 6 waende grade waende kama ni uniform si watanunuliwa tu baadaye polepole. Kwani tofauti ni nini kutoka 6 na kwenda 7? So hiyo ni masharti ambayo ni lazima isifuatiliwe na watoto waende wapi? Shule. We have 100% transition from primary to secondary school. Hiyo ni kitu tutazungumzia tena kweli? Mtoto alikuwa class 8, si aende secondary? Hatutazungumza sana hiyo. Watoto wasome, na wakisoma after 4-5 years watakuwa watu wa maana.
All our public primary schools who applied for JSS, you have all been approved. We had about 5 feeder schools who did not have JSS, but the 5 have been approved.
And on our final news item, detectives probing the brutal murder of a 20-year-old woman in Roysambu are holding 3 suspects. The 3 suspects said to fit the description of the man spotted on CCTV's booking the rental apartment in Roysambu. One of the suspects was intercepted at JKIA as he planned to fly out of the country. It has emerged that the woman and her killer met on Instagram and had met for some sexual escapade at the Roysambu apartment before her murder. Police have established that the mobile phone number used to book the rental apartment was in Ruaraka at least 4 days before the killing. Welcome back to the world of sports. Sports Cabinet Secretary Ababu Namwamba has assured Kenyans that all the required infrastructure will be ready for Kenya to host the African Cup of Nations in 2027. Speaking in a forum with different sports partners, Ababu Namwamba added that all plans are in place for this year's Paris Olympic Games, the WRC Safari Rally, as well as the magical Kenyan Open Golf Tournament.
And we have made it clear to those in that football space that they have to uphold the highest standards of governance, transparency and accountability. And that includes holding regular elections, holding elections in accordance with the Constitution of the Federation, the law, the Sports Act, and international statutes, in this case, FIFA statutes. And so we expect the Football Kenya Federation to go to the polls this year. We advise them to make sure that as you go to the polls, make sure that the polls are in sync with the law.
The final sports news item. Tuesday's AFCON action was packed with late game drama and decisive strikes. In Group D, Burkina Faso snatched a victory 1-0 over Mauritania thanks to Torreira's cool 96th minute penalty, solidifying their lead at the top. Group E saw familiar excitement with Namibia pulling off a stunning 1-0 upset against Tunisia, courtesy of Dio's 89th minute strike, assisted by Muzueu. Mali flexed their muscles in the second half, donning South African 2-0 with goals from Hamari and Lesine, putting them levels with Namibia at the top of the group with 3 points each. The stage is set for even more thriving encounters as the tournament progresses. Thank you so much for watching Science TV News at 1 p.m. Do not forget to follow us on our social media platform, because here at Science TV we ensure we include all of you and leave no one behind. Don't forget to join me at 4 p.m. news. You have been with me, VIDELIZ NJOKI, and my sign language interpreter voicing has been Jedida Wafula. Have a lovely afternoon, and let's